Some people think using a DIY kit is risky. It's not. The risk is pressing it wrong. Do we press on the inner race or the outer race? This job needs both, just at different times. Get that wrong and the bearing is ruined before it's even used. This video will stop you doing that. To install a new bearing, we first remove the spindle so the old bearing can be extracted. Using a punch that matches the spindle's diameter, we connect it and carefully tap it out from the inside. With the spindle out, we use a seal puller to remove both grease seals and a circlip tool to take out the retaining spring. This bearing is normally pressed in, but I'm using a DIY threaded pull-through kit to remove the old one and press the new one in. It's just as safe as long as you follow my steps carefully. Pay close attention to the installation to make sure that your wheel bearing is done right. For removal, you push on the inner race. Find the press piece that matches the inner race's diameter perfectly. The threaded rod will pull the bearing straight into this cup from the outer side. Then the press piece, washer and nut lock it in from the inner side. Here we go. The tension tightens and the bearing releases. It winds out so easily. The driver presses perfectly on the inner race. Barely any torque needed for this. And it slides out clean. Cleaning step is optional but gives job satisfaction. I used an electric wire brush, rust converter, red oxide primer and a black satin top coat. It's time to install the new bearing. Always press on the outer diameter. Select the press piece that matches this perfectly. Use the old bearing to check that there is no contact on the inner race. Freeze the new bearing in a sealed bag for easy installation. With the press piece and bearing on the rod, we guide it into the bore on the inner side. Locate the press piece that rests against the bore, place the washer on, then wind it in with the locking nut. Make sure everything is properly aligned, seated and the tension is taken up before using a ratchet and spanner to start pressing the bearing. If everything is set up correctly, the bearing should press in smoothly. You shouldn't feel any resistance that makes you force it. When it stops, give it a little extra torque to ensure the bearing is fully seated and properly installed. Now secure the bearing in place using the retainer spring. The oil seals aren't the same. The spindle seal is the tight one. It should slip over the shaft snug with no play. Find the press piece that matches the outer diameter. Apply a light coat of engine oil, seat the seal and carefully tap it into the bore. It needs to sit flush with the hub face. Then repeat the process until it's fully seated. Now install the inner seal the same way. Careful taps, checking it goes in evenly. The inner race usually gets stuck. Cut it to weaken it, then knock it off with a hammer. A few marks are normal, just file them down smooth. I used a green abrasive pad to clean the spindle face. To install the bearing, use the press piece that perfectly matches the inner race. Don't worry, pressing against the spindle protects the rollers so they stay untouched. Use the press piece that rests on the spindle face. With it on the rod and through the spindle, guide the assembly into the bore. On the inner side, place the press piece, add the washer and wind the nut on. As you pull the spindle through, there should be no resistance. The rollers move freely throughout. The process is complete when the spindle stops. When testing the bearing, it may feel tight because of the seal on the shaft, which keeps the grease in. This is normal for this type of bearing as it's not a closed unit. I present a fully functioning wheel bearing. Subscribe for more content like this.